Hey, here we are. It's Monday. We're taking off and we're heading to Birdsville. Going to spend the next 5 days heading out there. So I'm very excited about this trip. A few memories coming up for me. Steve, my late husband, Steve Robson, 7 years ago, I was here actually, this very spot in Brisbane before we took off then with MDC in Convoy for the Big Red Bash. So here I am solo, kind of doing human solo traveling, you know, despite whatever situations have happened to them in their life, they're taking hold of their life and doing it anyway. Come with me on my journey. Day one. How beautiful is this? So gorgeous, just like on a little lagoon just out of Bowlen, I think it's called. And somehow I managed to be the first person that left Brisbane to get here. There's my fear of driving in the dark. And I've just met up with Rolly and Mandy and their gorgeous son Jackson. That's our camp tonight, just by the river. Like, it's pretty special, huh? Like, oh God, there's ducks and it's just lovely. Get the fire going tonight and here are the birds. It's beautiful. Love it. Good morning. Wow, I just spent my first night in my gorgeous little caravan. Here's my bed behind me. And I've already made it. It was so fast. And it's just super duper comfortable. Like, it's ridiculously comfortable. The diesel heater underneath my feet here is just amazing. I had that on before I went to bed and then I turned it off because I don't want to sleep with it on. And then I put it on just as I was getting up out of bed, and I'm just sitting in here. I'm actually kind of like hot, even though it's probably only 5 degrees outside. It's just fantastic. And I had a bit of a play around last night, packing up the van, putting things where I want it to go, still trying to figure that all out and personalising it the way I like it. But this is the most comfortable I've ever been camping my entire life, and everyone's commenting how cute the van is, how small it is, and just so compact and super easy to tow, ridiculously easy to tow. I was honking along the highway there, going over the, having to hold back from going over the limit. Like, it was just such a comfortable vehicle to tow. It was just hugging in right behind me, which is exactly what you want when you're towing. So, oh my God, first night down and then off in about an hour. So I'm just going to some brekkie and get started. It's our camp at Bowlen, all the MDCs together.
Be the culprit.
Oh my God. First night. I can't believe, oh my God, you guys are around.
That's what we do. We used to do a trip to Fraser with all the boys.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, I brought this, I brought that. My mate goes, I just brought Rolly. He can cook for me and he can fix shit.
Here's
a boo-boo. No.
So now they're just going to pump up the tyre. Very helpful. So what do you reckon? What's the diagnosis, doctor?
There was a hole in the tyre.
Yeah.
And it was flat on the bottom.
Yeah.
But now it's all good.
Oh, that's so scientific. But you're saying though, because it was hard to get in, it's going to last, most likely?
Yeah. So if the hole's too big, generally what'll happen is that the plugs will just pop straight back out, or you've got to put 3 or 4 plugs in, and they generally will pop back out.
Yeah.
If it's got a small hole and you get it to the same size as the reamer, then you generally are all good. So.
What are you doing? You going to come up the Cape with me? When I...
Sure, done. Let's go.
Thank you.
Rolling to you, mate. Rolling into camp.
Just shooting a scene now where we've got to stay in Convoy for MDC, and it's a little bit stressful actually. We're only supposed to have 1 car distance between us, even managing something like that. We're just driving through the town of Bowlen. It's pretty surreal for me doing this. Like, I used to do this with Steve and I was just a passenger. Taking my own footage, and now I'm in it, doing it. Well, we're in Cunnamulla, and behind there is most of the MDC convoy that I'm with, and a big thing of what we do is fill up with fuel. Queensland is so completely different to New South Wales. Like, when you see a petrol station, you stop and you fill up. I'm learning that really fast. I was on the red by the time we got to here, so yeah, fuel is like gold. my God, I'm so grateful. I've just started writing articles for Caravan World, and I've got a deadline like by the 1st of July. We've only just been on the road, this is our second day, and we came here to Yulo, and there's these artisan mud bars, which I've got vision of, and I met the coolest lady, Nan. Her and her husband started these artisan mud bars and years ago, and I just interviewed her, and I'm going to write up the article. I'm so excited because she's such a beautiful woman, so articulate. God, so these are like the mud bars. How does it work? Do you jump in and then...
There's another one around there.
Oh.
Off to the bath?
Yeah, we are. We missed out on getting a mud bath though,
Are you
unfortunately.
coming back this way?
No, the guys are. I'm not, but yeah. So what happens? You jump in and what happens?
So you hop in. This is filled with hot artesian water, and it's got a certain amount of clay added to it.
Yeah.
So you're soaking in a milky mud for about 30 minutes. Hop out, and you're given a mud pack of mud, which you
It's a
then
full
apply to
experience.
your body.
Yeah.
It takes about 10 minutes to dry. While it's drying, there's a little plate of nibblies and tea, coffee, or a glass of wine.
Oh,
I
my
know
God.
this is... these other people just had it, but if you wanted to take a little tiny bit on your hand, you'll feel that natural exfoliant in that. So while it's drying, you have your tea, coffee, glass of wine or whatever. Then it's back into the tub for another soak, 15 to...
Oh, this is the real deal. This is like a full-on... Oh, yeah. Don't mind me filming you, do you?
It's a full-on...
experience.
It's a full-on experience.
Yeah.
Once you've had your second soak, you shower, towel dry really well, and then there's a little pot of moisturising cream. So you're looking at about an hour and a half.
I love it. Thank you.
But the mud is artesian mud, so it's full of all good...
Millions of years
minerals.
old.
Millions of years old.
Yeah, I love that. We just pulled into camp and it's daylight, which is a bonus. That's my setup in the background. Day 2, and it's so lovely. We've managed to pull off a big circle, which is pretty funny. And there's a whole lot of people here. They're all MDC owners or MDC people that are employed by the company. It's pretty special.
It's day 3 of our trip out to Big Red Bash.
Go again. And roll.
It's day 3 of our trip out to Big Red Bash. We've stayed at a free camp at Baloo.
Road to Innaminka. Just like a single lane, and you've got to move off to the side like that guy was. Yeah, and we're lucky they seem to pull over because there's 12 of us, so that's pretty good. But if they don't pull over, you've both got to put your left wheels on the road, pass by each other, so it's a bit dodgy. So it's very intelligent of me to be close by in Convoy with this man, Banksy, who's got the best setup ever, which I will show you because he always makes me nice cups of tea. I know. And not that I eat beef, but you know, if you did, you'd love it.
Tasty.
I know, this is his setup, his coffee machine. It's unbelievable. Fridge, and there's a little tea maker for me. So much of our life is consumed with filling up with fuel. Here we are at Innaminka. The Innaminka Hotel. Cool pub. So, day 3, I think it's Wednesday. We've rolled into a little town called Innaminka. This is the town. Pretty much we are the population. All of the MDC cars are all lined up. We've just filled up. Filling up has become an incredible preoccupation of ours. We drive for a few hundred kilometres and then we have to fill up. And you have to hope that there's enough fuel at the petrol station, because when you're coming out to something like the Big Red Bash, they can sell out. So it is a massive part of travelling. Seriously, it's so cool being out here in the outback. Like it's just next level, next world stuff. And it makes me so happy, if you can't tell. And I've actually got mobile reception here tonight, which is so cool. We're just deciding where we're going to stay. It's been raining, so we don't know if we're going to stay in town or if we're going to head back out of town and just find a spot and then just all set up there, because there's like 12 vans. So we'll just see what the people all decide. Holy shit. It's 7 o'clock at night, Wednesday night. We decided to leave Innaminka and get out on the track on the road to Betoota. Holy hell. We're all just coming in now. Like, you see the convoy around here. We're just off the road off the four-wheel drive track in the mud, slipping and sliding. Just got a crash course in how to drive a four-wheel drive in the night time. Look at the back of my van. I can't even believe what it might look like underneath, and but I made it. Like, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm quietly going to go now somewhere and just like get a hug of somebody. But I did it, so yeah, I'm pretty proud. This is why you travel in convoy. If you're not going to stick to the main roads, like, you must travel in convoy. I've realised, because it's too hairy. There's too much can go wrong. Nothing did get wrong. One of the guys actually did get bogged because he pulled off to the side of the road, and it's just so soft on there, but he got pulled out easily by one of the trucks. So, I'm going to deserve my cup of tea tonight. Oh my God. I'm still trying to get over that drive. Everyone's here rushing and getting ready. I'm just having a moment to sit down and just like congratulate myself on a job well done. This is just...
Rock, Mel! Rock, Mel!
I know. Thanks, guys. Oh, this is a lovely Scott who I followed the whole way up that bloody hill in the mud, and he's now just taking all the mud out from my wheel arches.
Just a little bit.
And just so I actually have a tread. This is the poor tyre that had the screw in it. Now look at it. This car's just like hating my guts.
Done well.
Holy shit, look at the front. Oh my God.
We'll let some air out of them tomorrow.
Yeah, to get it to... Well, how... I don't even know how... I'm not even going to ask how much more we've got to do on this. On this road.
Sometimes it's best not to know.
I don't want to know. I know the light's really bright.
We've already committed, so we've got no option but to keep going. So, you know.
I know.
Let's go with the flow.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome, though. It is elating when you get in, isn't it?
It is. It is. Hey, you never thought you would have done this, and look what you've done.
Thanks, man.
That's
I
all right,
appreciate
you did
it.
You did well, I told you.
Only because I was following you and you were going nice and slow for me.
That's all right. I couldn't have gone much faster if I tried.
Well, it's not safe, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Even I was struggling. So, you know, it wasn't easy as well.
And in the dark.
And a stock standard four-wheel drive that you've never driven.
That I didn't have in four-wheel drive.
Yeah, well, that does help.
With road tyres.
Yeah, and up until 3 days ago, you'd never driven it or towed this van. So, you know.
100%. It's a crash course.
Add those two things together.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Thank you.
You're here with everybody else.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm a little bit excited.
No, you've done well.
Thank you, man. That's all right. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm loving this kitchen setup. It's unreal. Like, it's just miserable. You can probably hear the rain on the awning. So I've got the awning out. I'll walk out and show it to you. Oh God. Here, actually, show you behind me. So that's all the caravan set up. It's got the awning there set up. So back out of the rain. And then I'll show you the kitchen. So this is my first night cooking on the kitchen. And that's what the setup looks like. This is the night of the harrowing four-wheel driving episodes. I'm doing really well. I've made a really nice stew, which is like creamy chicken with veggies and mushrooms and chicken, obviously. And making myself a nice cup of tea with the silicone jug. So I'm pretty excited. But I'm washing up at the same time with hot water, and I've got a beautiful little rack there as well for everything to dry on. So I'm super impressed. It is not a pleasant evening, but I'm still cooking a really beautiful meal because I just felt like one after that big drive that we had. I'll be eating that within 5 minutes. Everything will be washed up in 10 minutes and I'm going to bed. Oh, so it's the morning after. It's Thursday morning. It's the morning after the big four-wheel driving night. That's the convoy there behind us. But one thing I do like is like checking out the space after you arrive. It's so amazing. We're on the road to Betoota, some dodgy road. And I don't know if you can see it. It's all like cloud cover behind there, but there's like a big canyon right behind us. You probably can't see. And it's just spectacular. There's a whole lot of nothing. Certainly no trees around. Women will understand the difficulties of that. There's no trees around. And it's just beautiful. Seriously. We'll be out of here in half an hour though, so I've got to go and have my brekkie. Oh, just a bit of a better view in the daytime. Mud. It's all the mud on the ground that Scott was getting off it. All right, we're just about to take off. I'm just sitting in Convoy now.
Sitting at 265 k's to Betoota Hotel, 3 hours and 21 minutes.
Oh, there you go. I was just about to say all that.
2 hours 20.
Oh God, Vaughan, please no. We're doing the dirt again, which is going to be amazing. Because it's daylight, we can actually see what we're doing. So let's just see what state I turn up in after this. Sneaking in a few naughty videos. This is Mandy.
Hi.
Tell people about who you are, Mandy.
Oh, I'm from Memories Not Money. My husband and I travelled around Australia in 2017 with our 3 boys.
You've got a great YouTube channel.
Yes, we do. We have all the things: Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Yes, Memories Not Money.
Awesome videos on there to help people understand how to travel, what you need to do, where to go.
All those things,
Yeah. And so she's just sitting,
just keeping Mel company. She was a bit lonely.
I was. I know, although they don't shut up on the
feed her chocolate.
Yeah, they won't shut up now on the
yeah, I know,
walkie-talkie now that we're trying to film. But we're just going to get a bit of the shots of the road and everything. It's so beautiful. We're on the way to Betoota, and
One hasn't gone up there yet. Smog went up there the other day, didn't it?
oh, what a great place to stop for lunch. Well, a big handsome woodcutter himself.
Hi.
And we said we're leaving in 5 minutes, and I realised I've got to get walking because I'm right down at the end. It's going to take me 5 minutes to get to my car. But it's just the most splendid vista. I just love this. Still on the road to Betoota. It's like the world's slowest drive because we're stopping and filming along the way. It was pretty fabulous. Daniel and Lily. Little Lily. Hello. I'm still walking. I'm right down at the very end. I'll run out of words to say before I get to my car. But just know that I'm having an amazing time.
I was in high third.
We're up on top of a beautiful sand dune. I think it's the corner of Queensland and South Australia, is that right? I think.
Oh, yeah.
Haddon's Corner or something like that. And some of the vehicles which are down there are coming up over the sand dune and then coming down
Next one, please.
behind me. Pretty exciting stuff. I'm not doing it, but because my car's not really equipped to do this, but the super duper four-wheel drives are going to do it. It's pretty fun. It's just so beautiful up here. I'm up here for the scenery. I was only saying this morning I wanted to go in the big truck with Banksy and his harem, and here I am. Woman number 4. Do we go in that order, Banksy? Yeah. Oh, there's so many comments to that, but I'm just leaving it all alone.
MDC team will be back shortly.
Hey girls! Woo! It's very exciting. I'll go up the dune with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh my
I can't hear you on your radio, mate. Can you speak up a bit?
Just got out of Banksy's beautiful big beast. I've been dying to get in this, and I had to go up the sand dune. It was so awesome. So it turns out on top of the sand dune I was just on, that was not Haddon Corner. This lovely little spot here, which is a lot more nondescript, this is Haddon's Corner. And this is where Queensland and South Australia intersect. And we just came over a couple of sand dunes then, and here we are. Pretty exciting. Amazing Betoota Hotel. Such a fun place. Seriously, check this out. I was just chatting to the guys behind the bar, and it's coming up to its 100-year anniversary, in September this year, 2023, and it has been operating on and off for the past 100 years. It was shut for about 25 years, I think, and then a guy bought it in 2017. It's been operating ever since. It's just the coolest pub. Really, really having a fun night here. We are a couple of days out from going into the bash, and not sure what day we're going to get put into the bash, but we were so happy to be able to come here to Betoota. There's thousands of people literally staying here all around on the grounds, but definitely it's a bit of a side route on the way to Birdsville. Definitely worth a visit. Quite frankly, I kind of like it a bit better than Birdsville Hotel. It's a bit rougher and a bit more ready and a little bit more authentic, and I think it needs to, all these kind of businesses out here in the outback need to be supported, because you know the big name ones get all of the money and all of the attention, but these smaller ones, it's really great if we can come out here and support them as well. So Betootal Hotel, put that into your itinerary if you're heading out anywhere near Birdsville to any kind of function. Good morning. I think this is day 5 of our big trip. Hey Mandy. We got a day, Jackson. But this is the daylight Betoota pub early in the morning. It's so beautiful out here. Look, honestly, we couldn't get any of these gorgeous skies in last night, but it was so cool coming to the pub last night, but I like it even better in the daytime when we get here. We're pushing on to Birdsville today. There's a sign over there actually. It says 166 kilometres to Birdsville. And then we go into the common, don't we? And then we head out to the bash at some point. Just to give some perspective of what the roads out here are like. This is about 150 k's out of Birdsville, coming from Betoota.
We can go to a woodpile outside of Birdsville.
Just coming from Brisbane, the most direct route. This is how dusty it is. Probably 100 k's to Birdsville. So much traffic going past us, which is crazy. And we've just pulled over. The guys getting some firewood for our camp for the next couple of nights before we get into the bash. Probably a better view from up here actually. And this is the back of my ute. I'm just filling it up with a bit of firewood now. It's a very communal affair, gotta love it. Travelling in Convoy is actually awesome for this reason. I have enjoyed it immensely. Probably not the music choice from Vaughan late at night, blaring. But you win some and lose some. The communal thing and helping each other out is definitely worth it. Hey, so we just pulled into Birdsville and waiting in the queue now to get some fuel, and the craziest thing has happened. Unbelievable. We pulled up out the front of the Birdsville sign, and Vaughan and Anya were there waiting for us, and then throw your arms around me, just come on the radio, and then would you just not believe it, Purple Haze, Jimi Hendrix just came pumping through my system. Just that fucking guitar riff, it was just and that was Steve's song. That's the song that I put on the last time I was in Birdsville. I put on the video to introduce him, and it was a song I put that led him into the church for his funeral, and that was the song that started blaring out of my sound system in the car when we pulled up at the Birdsville sign, as if to say, I'm here. Yeah, I lost it. What a fucking moment. You are never alone. When somebody that you loved and they loved you dies, you're never alone. You're really not. And just, it's so symbolic that I'm back here again, doing this trip with MDC again, finding my feet for myself, finding out who I am, challenging myself, but doing it in a safe environment with his people, like the MDC crew, Vaughan and all the boys, and even the cameraman knew Steve from 15 years ago from his old GIC days. And nothing is a coincidence, and everything is meant to be. That is happening right now, and just these moments, like, you know, I live for these moments. As much as they're emotional and difficult, it was just epic. I'm so grateful to be here. This is us all lined up at the fuel stop, fueling up. It's all barricaded off, and they've got people actually funneling us in, telling us where to go, which is pretty good, pretty organised. Hey, so my God, what an adventure. We've pulled in, we're at the Birdsville Common now, filled up with the fuel, which I shot a little bit of footage for already, and found the Common, found all the other MDC Owners Group, which is pretty amazing. I might do a bit of a walk through that later on, but I just wanted to show my little office area, my little home away from home, my home office. This is me, my little chair. This is just the van all set up. Got the kitchen all set up. Here's the kitchen ready to go for me to make dinner, and my little workstation here. And this is what I'm looking at. The fire and all the other MDC caravan set up. This is just all the owners group. And then all of the actual team are over in the other side. And we're here for a couple of days until we go into the actual Bashville on site in front of Big Red, and that's when stuff really happens. So here's actually unreal. It's a couple of days. I'm just going to chill out a bit, going to do a lot of work, catch up on stuff. And I can't believe I've got really incredible phone reception. I'm Optus, so my phone reception has been very ordinary compared to everybody else's driving along here. But I'm here and I'm getting 4 bars of 5G. I'm about 3 or 4 Ks out of town in a paddock. Figure that out. It's amazing. So I'm having a great time, but now's the time, because we've been on the road for 5 days consistently. I'm now going to catch up on some work and live this whole work-life balance. It's all about love and life, isn't it?
Love and life.
I know, look at this, just before the NT border.
Come again.